this is actually the second time that I'm recording this part 2 of the tutorial, so yeah, I just got confused in the first one, so I just immediately stopped recording and did it from the start again. So I'm just going to first of all show some things from the other console that I didn't mention in part 1. When you're inputting or typing commands, just going to type one, we can say 1, 2, 3. Then this console have also a method that you can press the up and down arrows to scroll through the already used comments, so that if you just typed a long comment and you don't want to retype it and don't want to go up and copy it and paste it, then you can just press the up arrow and yeah, it'll be there, and you can just press enter again. And also, like, this console is different from a lot of chats and other consoles, because when you type something and you press enter, what you just typed, it doesn't get removed, it just gets highlighted, so you could easily just press enter again. But if you just want to type a new command, you just start typing because it's highlighted, so yeah, it's selected, and it'll just remove it and start typing again. I find that a good feature, because then if I need to type something multiple times, then it don't remove it and I have to type it again or paste it again. So I find that a good feature. But you can just remove that couple of code if you don't want that. It's just one line of code. But yeah, let's get started. I've just added to the input, I've added an input.addActionListener equals new action listener, and just implemented the function. And I've also added a key listener, so just pause the video and go adding them now, and I'll just wait a couple of seconds. So yeah, no, just pause it, and then go up here to the console, equals new j text pane, and say document equals console.getStyleDocument. That's just a couple of lines that I added from the last tutorial that I forgot to delete. So let's just get started. In the public void action performed, write string text equals input.getText. Then say if text.length is greater than 1, then we are going to do command parentheses text, and that's the method that we're going to be creating. And yeah, I think I forgot saying it because I said it in the last tutorial. So in the part 1 we didn't create a lot of code in those 20 minutes, so we're just going to try to do it a lot faster right now, but keep explaining the same amount that I do. So yeah, let's continue. So do command, that's going to perform our command, and then we need to say, what do we more need? Scroll bottom, and that's also a command that our method that we're going to be creating, which will scroll the console down. I can just show it from the other one. Yes, just proceed, so that when we are inputting, then when it goes to the boundary of the console, it's going to keep scrolling down with the console and not staying at the top. That's what that method is going to do. Then we need one more thing, and that's input.select all. And what that does is highlighting the text when you press enter, like I used in my other video. So let's just create the do command. So public void do command parentheses string s, or you can call it command, I don't care, you decide. And we're just going to leave those brackets empty for now and creating the scroll down and printing methods first. So we'll start with creating a scroll up method. So public void scroll scroll top, and under that just copy and paste and say scroll bottom. And when you trigger the first scroll top, it's going to scroll. The console is going to just immediately kind of teleport, but scroll to the top of the document, and the scroll bottom is just going to scroll to the bottom. So in the scroll top, you're going to say console.set caret thanks for phrasing caret position to 0, and in the scroll bottom, you're just going to say console.set caret position to console get document get length like that. See, easy enough. So now we're going to do the printing methods. So no, not print. Public void print parentheses string string s comma boolean trace. Open the brackets, then just copy and paste it right under, and after the trace just add comma color C, and that's the color is the color of the text. So in the first print method, just write print parentheses s comma trace or whatever you named them, and then new color 250 in 3 times. That's a white color. And I'm just going to add it down here in the second print method. That's going to print our text with the color inputted, and if the trace is true, then just add a trace before the message. So start with saying style, and I'm just going to call it style equals console.add style. Give it a name, just write style or whatever. We don't have any parents, so null. Then say style constants dot set foreground. Just say style and C or whatever you name the color. So that's going to set these two lines are going to set the current color passed through this method to the console. So now we have actually applied the color, so our next text is going to be that color. Now we're just going to say if trace. So if the trace is true, then it's going to trigger this if statement, and then just say throw able t equals new throw able, and then say stack trace element, and then square brackets elements equals t dot get stack trace. And yeah, you're probably just thinking of try catch right now, where it's catching errors, and then it shows the class where the error comes from. But yeah, you can trace any function where the message is to see where the function or method is triggered from by doing this. So now say string, and then we can say call it caller equals elements square brackets 0 dot get class name, because the first one is the actual address to the class that called this method. The after ones are the kinda, I don't know, some of the exceptions. I don't really remember right now, but we don't care. So then just say s or whatever you named the string that you pass through the print method. Say s equals caller, and then plus, and then I just make this little arrow thingy, and then plus s. So now it's just going to write the caller class in front, make a little arrow, and then the actual message pass through this method. Then jump out of the if statement, and then write try, and then write a try catch, then just exception, and you can call the ex print stack trace if you want to. I'm not gonna. And then just say document dot insert string, and the string offset is document dot get length, so that we ensure that we print the actual message at the end. So just say s and style like that. So we can just test it really fast up here by saying print, and of course text, and I'm just going to plus a new line, comma, and no, we don't want it to be traced, or no, and then just like that, so it's a white color, and it should work, hopefully. Yeah, it should work. It works. We can just also pass for a color, going to be a red one, like that, and yeah, it works. We can also just test it out with the trace and a red color, and yeah, it works. So just remove that, and what I do for just tracing with a new line, ouch, I'm just adding another function called public void print line, or print ln, and then string s comma boolean trace, opening that, copying and pasting it, and again adding the next one with a color C. The first one I'm just going to say print ln parentheses s comma trace comma no color, and again a white color, or whatever color you want to use. I'm choosing a white one because we have a black or grayish console. And in the next one down here, just say print, and not ln this time because we're going back to the first print method, and then say s plus quotation marks slash n for adding a new line, and then comma trace comma C. So now we should actually send the message through. We can just test it again by going up here and say print ln parentheses text comma false, like that, and now it should add a new line. Yeah, and it does. And also if we are tracing, and it works. So now right here we just added the print methods for printing some text and applying color that we want. So we can just add the clearing method too, so public void clear. The clear method is going to clear and remove all the text from the console. So just say try, make a try catch parentheses exception ex, and then just say document dot remove from the first point where it needs to remove is from 0, of course, and then to the document dot get length. So now we're removing this kind of where we're going to start. If you ever played with the string method called substring, this is exactly the same. We choose the starting point where we want to remove from, and the point we want to remove to, and then of course it's from 0 to the length because we want to clear it totally. So now we can just add some methods really quick, so we don't need a part 3. So in the do command here, we are just going to start with adding a final string array, and we just call it commands, and equals s dot split quotation marks with a space in between, so that we are splitting the input command with a space in between. So first of all, we can say we make a try catch again because we don't want our program to crash if anything wrong happens. And I'm just not going to remove that because we want to write print new line, and then we're going to say the message is error, making a little error, plus ex dot get message comma trace comma new color, and since it is an error, I want a reddish color, so 250 comma 155 comma 155. And our first command can be the clearing command. So commands square brackets 0 dot equals ignore case clear, or CLS, or whatever you want to the command to clearing the console for, and then you can just call the clear method. So now when we are running this and we write a bunch of text, and now it's not even writing the text because we need to say else, then you can just copy your print line down here where it says arrow and just say S for printing the, if the command doesn't exist, just printing the command pass through trace, and we don't want it to be red color since it's not an error, we just want it to be a white color because no command exists with that command name. So yeah, you can see that now the text is passed through, and if I write clear, all the text disappears. We can just what do we need to add first? We can create the we can create the pop-up method. So else if parentheses, and just copy this text up here, commands, and with the square brackets, and say start. Open the brackets, and then what I do for making some of my oh no, that doesn't really matter. So just write string message, and we don't want to try catch around it. I was just thinking. So then make a little for parentheses int I equals 0, I is less than commands the length I plus. Then we say message plus equals split, no, not split, commands. It's because I'm using the split command in my original, so that's why I'm keep reminding myself of split. So but yeah, commands square brackets and then I in between, and then say if I not equals commands dot length -1, then message plus equals quotation marks with then space in between. Because since we are splitting the command parsed through, we are splitting it between all the spaces, and if we need to make the message put back together, because it's remove all the spaces, so it's going to be kind of putting the message back together with the rest of the splitted commands in the commands list. Then jump out of the for loop and just say j option pane dot show message, then just say null, then message comma quotation marks message quotation marks j option pane just show message, no, not show message, information message. So now that we run the program and we write pop up and write a message after, it's just going to, and didn't, because I wrote start, I need to write pop up, some random message, and it pops up, and we need to remove it, the first pop up. So just write in the for int I equals 0, just write 1 instead of 0. Okay. Now we are actually basically done with the command prompt here, and I can see that 20 minutes has already passed. So I'll make a part 3 but we are actually done right now. But the part 3 will contain of how to do the arrows with pressing up and down, and yeah, scrolling through the commands just typed in. So if you don't need that, then you can skip that last part. And then after that, I'm just going to add some more commands to this program, like the starting command and the loop command. And yeah, so if you want some more commands and the scrolling through the latest typed commands, then watch part 3. But yeah, until next time, see you later. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I really appreciate likes and comments. But yeah, it's totally up to you. But anyways, see you later.